Good evening, Facebook. Fat fuel versus sugar fuel. Do you know the difference? I learnt this week and it has just blown my mind. So I've come in to share it with you. So do you know that your cravings are the best way to tell what type of fuel your body is burning? So tell me where you're coming in from. If you catch it on replay, #replay. But there's two types of fuel your body uses, and one is fat fuel and the other one is sugar fuel. And the way to tell which one your body is actually using is by your cravings. So if you're a person that craves a lot of sweets and carbs, it actually means that your body is using sugar fuel versus fat fuel. This is due to the high insulin levels in your bloodstream from having the sugar and the high carb diet. So it's really, really interesting that this happens because of the imbalance in your gut. And of course, most people are living with an imbalanced gut. And due to these high insulin level, your body is forced basically to live off of sugar fuel. But what happens once you start to eliminate those sugars from your diet and have a much simpler, healthier diet is your body will then switch into what we call fat fuel versus sugar fuel. So when you are using fat fuel, obviously this is when you start to lose weight and you are obviously not as hungry. So we all know that the more sugar you eat, the more sugar your body craves. But once you can eliminate that and control your ghrelin level, then your sugar fuel will switch to fat fuel. Anyway, it was a really interesting fact that I learnt this week, and I've been doing some more and more research. My learning doesn't ever end on my fat journey, and I love to come in and bring some value and share my tips with you all. So if you are desperately craving sugar and carbs all the time, you're living on sugar fuel. It's not a great place for your body or your gut to be. So people always say to me, how did you sustain being on the program for so long? And I always say it was because I never felt hungry. And even to this day, I don't really feel hungry. And sometimes I even struggle ordering at a restaurant because I'll look at the menu and have no idea what I want to eat because I really don't crave anything anymore. And that's because my body and my digestive system is functioning perfectly. So hope you've gotten some information and some value from that. And I'll see what interesting fact I can come up with tomorrow. Have a good evening.